What's up, y'all? How we doing today? Uh, um, I feel like enough time has passed, and I'm about to go out in a second, but I just felt like I had to get this off my chest because I'm real irked. I'm real irked, y'all, and there's no other way to get this feeling out than to go ahead and vent with y'all. So, let's just get the formalities out the way, right? My name is Tommy Russell Jr. Y'all have entered the road trip. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed yet, as always, I'm telling you, you're missing out, okay? Y'all already saw the reaction video. It was up, right? Period. So go ahead and just join the road trip. As y'all, I'm not even gonna go through all the things that we doing this year, but y'all definitely know we here for Coachella. So come on, hop on to the road trip. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that notification bell, and let's get it started, y'all. Also, I'm starting a sub series of the series. So we got Ragtime, then we got Road Trip, then we got Coachella 2023 artists you should know, right? So I'm going to be starting this. It'll be like 2 videos a month that just breaks down the artists for each day. And I'm going to pick my yeses as far as yes, I'm going to go see them. And then like, I'm interested, right? I'm interested. I might walk by. I might peek my head into the tent. You know what I mean? I might walk by the stage real quick and see what's going on. It's that kind of vibe, right? So I'm gonna be breaking all these artists down. I'm not doing every single artist on the lineup. I can tell you that right now. Way too many. But I am going through them individually by myself and listening to them, seeing what piques my interest, and hopefully some of that might resonate with y'all. Can't have no copyright issues, right? But what I'm gonna try to do is add like clips of the songs or clips of live shows, videos, whatnot from each artist, and then that way you can get a little feel for it. I've also started a playlist that's titled Coachella 2023 Artists You Should Know, and then it'll have the day, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all you got to do is go on that and just look at the videos from each artist, see what you get into, see if the vibe, a little bit of it at least, and see if it catches on to you, and then maybe you do a deep dive on your own about that artist. But I'm just giving you a little summary, a little bio, what my connection is with them, and then a little taste of what they got, right? There's so many artists on that lineup that I'm like, I can't do them all. I'm sorry. But hopefully we resonate. Y'all already on the road trip, so I feel like we might have similar tastes a little bit, right? Okay. So anyway, back to the matter at hand. I'm irked, y'all. I feel some kind of way. I feel some kind of way about this Coachella lineup, and I'm hoping that this video attracted the right crowd. I'm hoping that this video attracted you. You came here because you saw the title, and or you saw me and you saw my last video, so you're interested. But the title kind of piqued your interest, right? And so I'm here to burst your bubble. Yeah. I love the lineup. I love the lineup, y'all. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not gonna hold you. I wish Golden Voice was paying me for the promo, but they're not yet. Uh, but I love the lineup, y'all. I think the lineup is hot. I think it's fresh. I think it's new, and I think it's global. Okay, and that's something that kind of threw me off, right? I was you. I saw the lineup at first. Y'all saw my reaction, and it was very authentic because I saw names that I loved, right? But then obviously once I dialed it back, the hype of it all kind of went away. I kind of looked at it and was like, where are the names? Where are, like, even in the undercard, where are the names at? What's going on here? Like, yeah, we've got a lot of people, but like, where my name's at? And then, and then this was the first one. The first one was I looked at the Coachella post that showed like, oh, the sale is out, right? And it has a stream of balloons that goes from like LA through, I don't know if it's China, or and then I think we go through London, or we go across the globe. How about that? And at the very end, the last slide is literally the polo grounds. And it connected for me. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, I know, and I said it, I think, a little bit in the reaction video. Like, there's names and they look different and they look like they're from different countries, obviously. But it really didn't resonate with me that like there are so many artists out there that we don't know that are within the genres that we like, but because we're so tied to these names, we don't give them a chance, I guess. And I fall victim to that as well. But it's like what? Like maybe do some digging before you start to complain about the people on the lineup, right? And I might add, right? Cuz clearly this video isn't for the like music critics because we know some of you out there, right? You know every single artist on the lineup. Every single artist on the lineup is just not up to par with your musical taste. And like absolutely, we get it. Like you understand music, right? You see it, you know the details, the nuances, and you just realize like wow, nothing on this lineup is it. I get it. I get it. So this video is obviously not for you, you know? It's definitely not for you. But all I'm saying is that including myself, right? At least I used to be this huge music critic. Like I just knew it all and like, oh, that's trash and that's it. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Look at the lineup. There's over definitely over 100 right artists on the lineup, and you're telling me that you can't find at least 10 that you really like and at least 20 that you're like I'm interested. I could see what that's about. But I think we're so close-minded in our views and what we think, right? That it's like, no, this is what good music is. This is what it's supposed to be. But you haven't even given other things a try. I've heard that the rap bag is limited. What are y'all talking about? Now, don't get me wrong. Absolutely, Rolling Loud has some people on there that I'm like, damn, wish we would have had them, right? But at the same time, had I not dug through the lineup, I'm only on Friday as far as listening to everybody, right? Saba, what? I would be hot if I didn't get into him until like 2, 3 years down the road and then been like, oh, he was at Coachella that last time I went and I missed him. Like, what? Saba? Come on. Tobe? Tobe? See, I had to go back and listen to how he said it. He said his mama said, Tobe, wigwe. I think it's wigwe. Wigwe. Yes. But Tobe, y'all don't know. Tobe he is it. Okay? I've been on him. But and we'll artists you should know. Artists you should know. Watch that video. So we're not gonna go into all of that. Toby is it, y'all. He's it. And that's an artist that you should be listening to. Earth Gang. Dochi. Like, come on. Let's get with it. Like, there's so many. I I refuse to give this man any promo, but I have to say, like, right, we got Pusha T, okay? And then Metro Boomin. Who's Metro gonna bring out, right? I'm not even gonna cap with you. I even, I even, like, well, I don't know much about their history, so this might be a like a flop on my end. But like Suicide Boys, I like them. I like them, and I heard this last album with like Germ, I think. Oh, it's up. But again, we're not gonna go down that road, okay? Artists you should know. But y'all, there's just so many. Glorilla, Lotto. Not gonna go see her, but Lotto. Like, there's so many names on that board, y'all, that it's wild to me that y'all could ever think that this lineup is doodle. I also have to say, like, for those of us who have been Coachella goers, those vets in the game, right? 5 or more, come on, y'all. As much as we then said Coachella is the biggest music festival in the world, if not one of them, it's not representing that. It hasn't been. And very low key, y'all. So the fact that we have now become global, the fact that we are now integrating global music, international artists, come on. Just because you don't know somebody from India means you don't want to go? Because you did, I don't know who that is. Who are these people? What? Come on now. That's ignorant. Ignorant. And I don't know a lot, y'all. But one thing I do know, I know how to be open to new music. So we can't be a global festival. We can't say we're the greatest festival in the world if we're not representing all different types of music, all different ethnicities, all different styles, whatever, what have you. Now I will say this too. Coachella, where's R&B? because you could find R&B, Alex Isley. If you want to go like low key artists, right? Blast should have been on the lineup, right? And I'm sure I would love to hear some R&B artists in other countries. What does R&B in India sound like? What does R&B in Japan or Korea, right? What do those artists sound like? How do they blend different things? What's that about, right? Like y'all could have found R&B. Y'all could have put it in there. So the absence of R&B, it does bother me because R&B is a global thing, okay? Let's not play. SZA has shown us number one for 4 weeks straight, maybe even five, hopefully. Like, come on now. You already know. R&B is a global genre, so there should definitely be more R&B artists on this lineup. I'm not even going to cap with you. That was a flop. That was a huge flop. Absolutely, cuz again, like I say, I Umi is the only one, and she gives me a little more indie R&B, kind of indie soul in a way, but I got to refresh myself on her music because I haven't dived into her in a long time. But yeah, I just don't feel like R&B is represented at all. That is a flop. However, again, I'm only on Friday, so I can't say just yet, right? Haven't dived in deep enough for Saturday and Sunday to be able to say that y'all don't have that. So I'm not going to get on y'all too heavy, right? This is again to say to those of you naysayers, like, have you listened to every artist on the lineup? Have you even heard one song from everybody for you to be able to give this critique about the lineup? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because if you did, you probably ain't made it past Friday. Like I said, you ain't made it past Friday to really dive in and say, like, yeah, I didn't listen to everybody. There's somebody called again, artist you should know. So let me not get into that. But I'm just saying there's so many different things on this lineup, and I think it represents everything that Coachella now is. And I had to fix my mindset to say, okay, I see Coachella as this global festival, so they have to represent that. Now, of course, over the years, we do want to see certain artists. We do want to see certain things. Absolutely. I got you, y'all. I completely understand. But right now, just from the artists that I've seen here and there, these artists are it. Like these artists are doing great things. Even if their community or their fan base is small, like the art that they're doing, the things that they're producing, that they're creating is actually top notch. But y'all don't want to give them a chance because it's not a name. You don't want to give them a chance because you don't want to do the work to see. And I also want to say, yes, there are other spaces and genres. I heard from another YouTuber. He was talking about like there's a lack of Mexican artists. And I don't really know too many Mexican artists myself, but I can say like that's absolutely a critique. That's absolutely a critique. If this is going to be a global festival, they could have probably even been more global. They could have definitely went a lot more niche. They could have definitely went into a lot more nationalities. But then obviously it becomes nitpicky and it's like, well, there's so many. Like, can we really represent everybody in this one season? Probably not, right? That's fair. But let's just make sure that, especially in SoCal, right? This festival is in Palm Springs, so it would make sense. Like, you definitely want to make sure you're reaching your Mexican Coachella goer fan base because, like, they make up a huge population in SoCal. So, like, that would have been smart financially too, but also like supply them, give them what they deserve. Absolutely, give Mexican artists a platform, give R&B artists a platform for sure. And I think that even I can see that part of the critique, right? It's like, whew, and I don't want to step into this like nationalist vibe or like again, I don't know. I need to look up the word xenophobia, but like it is like okay, this is America. Are we catering to the people that live here? Like, there are going to be a lot of black people that are here, American black people. So like, are we giving them what they want? And maybe R&B artists, just saying, not that that's the only genre we listen to, but like, there are a lot of Mexican goers here. Like, are we giving them what they want? So again, but it's hard to touch everybody, but it is something to say about that. Like, okay, we get it. Y'all want to dabble in everything, but like, let's make sure some of your main demographics are getting hit for sure. Possible. I could get with that critique for sure. I'm gonna let you know right now. Weekend one, I think there's still the third tier tickets are still available. And then weekend two, I think all the tiers are still available. Leave it that way. Please, please, y'all, please leave it that way because it'll make it easier for me to get to this stage to that stage. It'll make it easier for me to see Frank Ocean front row. Very easy. So please don't come. Please don't come. And I'm interested to see now, like, this crowd is going to be a lot different than what we've seen in the past, which may very well be a great thing, especially for those Coachella vets who are like, it's very TikTok-y and very like social media driven and all this kind of stuff. You may be in luck. This may be the year that you actually get to go and just have some fun and just not feel like it's all a show. You don't have to feel like everybody's just here for the pictures because it's seeming like nobody really wants to go. And that's okay. That's totally fine because I understand, like I said, and I can't speak to you all that are these super great music critics and creators, right? So you know way better than I do. I'm just a fan, right? So it's okay. I get y'all, but I'm just saying for the others out there that are, more my speed, right? Understand that, y'all. Open your minds to this. Dive in. Find these artists. Find some artists that you like. Find the artists that you're interested in. Even if you stay for 5 minutes of the set, you're going to have a good time regardless at Coachella. There's so much more than just the lineup. But I'm that one's a little hard because there were elements of last year that I felt like Coachella lacked. So I felt like they fell flat on that end, actually, more than the artist end. And then where in the world are you going to see all these artists for $500? I think third tier is like $600. Where are you going to see these artists for that price? I know you don't think you're going to see Benito. I know you don't think you're going to see him for $600, baby. You still going to be in the nosebleeds. You still gonna be real far, real far. Don't get me wrong. He'll get on that palm tree, baby, and he'll take a trip up there, and he'll say, "Hey, that's about it." He's still gonna be real far. So I'm just saying, based on a logical standpoint, like this is the place to go where you can see those artists, where you can see these big names. Frank Ocean, y'all. Never mind. Why am I trying to convince y'all to go to Coachella? This video seems like it's trying to convince y'all to go to Coachella, and I don't need y'all to go. I don't need y'all to go. Y'all, I need space. I need to be able to run up to the front. I need to be comfortable. I love that. I love that. So yeah. Never mind, y'all. Take this video back. Yeah. Should I post it? I'll still post it just in case. No, but for real, y'all. Don't go. No, go to Coachella, y'all. Go. Have fun. Do your thing. Like, enjoy your time. It's up and it's stuck, y'all. And I'm going to leave it at that, okay? Get into these artists. Get into the undercard artists, y'all. Tap back in next Monday. I'm going to have 2023 Coachella Artists You Should Know Friday edition. We're going to do part one. That'll be my yeses. Part two will come the following week, which will be my I'm Interesteds. And we'll just go from there. Dive in, y'all. Continue to share. Y'all were doing it in the last video. Share these artists, y'all. Share the artists that you think we should tap into so that everybody can start to be like, oh, okay, let me get that a listen to. Let me get that a listen to. Let me try this out. Let me see that. Yeah, get into it, y'all. This is a space where we're going to just converse about stuff, find out what we like, find out what we don't like, but don't critique too heavy when you really ain't got into that bag like that. Stop giving uninformed critiques. Stop giving uninformed critiques, right? Let's hold our critique until we've done the dive to see what these artists are about and really be able to say, this is not the vibe. This is not the vibe. So, anyway, I'll see y'all on the next road trip. Thanks for tapping in. I'm about to go out and get me a drink, y'all. Later.